Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, June 15, 2023. As the morning unfolds and you find yourself reluctant to leave the warmth of your bed, desiring a few extra moments of cozy cuddling beneath the sheets, know that you are not alone in this sentiment. There is a delicate tenderness enveloping the day, rendering you more susceptible and emotionally vulnerable. It is essential to surround yourself with supportive individuals who can provide the understanding and encouragement you may require. Given the heightened sensitivity, it is advisable to tread carefully with your words, as they hold the potential to inflict deeper wounds than usual. If needed, taking the time to retreat and stay in bed might be the best course of action. Over the next few weeks, social invitations and opportunities to engage in group activities will likely continue to present themselves. Your phone may buzz incessantly, indicative of the sociable energy surrounding you. Interactions with others are expected to be warm, friendly, and affable, thus any scheduled or attended gatherings have a high likelihood of going well and providing valuable insights. As the evening approaches, consider planning a romantic encounter with the special person in your life, further enhancing the emotional connection between you both. However, it is important to note that today may not be conducive to others' understanding and catering to your needs. On the contrary, individuals are more inclined to prioritize their own interests, potentially disregarding the well-being of others. To navigate this dynamic, it is crucial to ensure that you have invested sufficient emotional resources in yourself. This self-confidence and self-assuredness will serve as a foundation from which you can address challenges effectively, even when support from others may be lacking. Reflecting on your professional life, you may have sensed an acceleration in recent months. Projects that you initiated might have progressed at a faster pace than anticipated, perhaps even spiraling slightly out of control. This begs the question, is the additional workload truly justified from a financial standpoint? Assessing the value of your endeavors in relation to the monetary rewards they bring is a prudent consideration at this juncture. Your social life is due to suffer some turbulence. You feel put down by friends and family or even get into arguments with them. Take a critical look at yourself, perhaps you are asking too much of your loved ones. Hold back a little and resolve the issues by talking to them instead of trying to have your own way all the time. Check in with your folks preemptively. There's almost certainly some weird tension between you right now, but it can be grounded pretty easily with a quick chat. Roll your eyes and get on with it. A tendency to rush into romance scares off potential candidates for your love. Such a forceful approach can have an adverse effect on the person you desire. If you're not looking for rejection, try to develop a gentler and serene attitude, then those you meet find you to be a far more attractive proposition to date. Whether or not you're artistic by nature, inspiration for music, painting, writing, or other creative projects could well be coming to you thick and fast. Write down your ideas. There could well be so many you may not be able to remember them all otherwise, and you'll definitely want to draw upon them later. At least one of your ideas could involve a new business enterprise involving a partnership. Take good notes and do your research. It's your day. This day is the time to look forward to all the new things that are coming your way. If there have been any management concerns in your recent past, now is the time to face them head-on. On a strengthening day like today, you can't lose. You will find your goals easier to achieve or realize. Any walls that have blocked your progress will readily come down. You will surely shine. Traffic in your neighborhood could be congested beyond anything you've ever seen before. An accident, or perhaps ongoing road construction, could be blocking nearly every street. Therefore it'll probably be nearly impossible to get anywhere by car, even to the store across the way. If you must go out, either walk or ride a bicycle. Otherwise it might take an hour to do what would normally take 15 minutes. Best advice, stay home. Just as a friendly aspect between the Sun in your communication sector and Saturn in your friendship sector begins to separate, the Moon and Mercury come together to give this a boost. It is the moon's return to your friendship sector that will put it at a friendly aspect to Mercury, just days after the planet of communications returned to your communication sector. This is not as significant as the Sun and Saturn's alliance, but it will accentuate what is a powerful time for all aspects of communication, personal and professional networking. Just as a friendly aspect between the Sun and Saturn is making it easier to connect, with the communication lines now flowing more freely, they are joined by the Moon. This is in contrast to their clash as a full moon earlier in the week, yet part of the reason that things can now flow more smoothly is the communication barriers this put a serious dent in. Our eyes in the sky. You might become consumed by intense emotions and temper, leading to arguments and frustration. Resisting the urge to engage in drama becomes challenging when you're determined to prove your point, influence others, and achieve success at any cost. The celestial alignment, particularly the grandiose Mars and Leo combination, adds a touch of bravado and diva-like behavior to the day. Venus in Leo forms a minor connection with Jupiter retrograde in Pisces, further amplifying the energy between Mars and the North Node. This heightens the drama as you strive to have your way and compel others to recognize your inherent value. However, remember that you don't need to act out to receive love and appreciation. You are already revered and respected, even if it may not feel that way constantly. In the late morning, the moon enters Capricorn, ending a prolonged void period that began yesterday afternoon. This shift enhances intuitive abilities, activates psychic sensitivities, and allows for focused attention on creative and spiritual practices. Concentrating on mundane tasks becomes difficult, often leading to daydreaming or zoning out. Although this energy may be challenging to navigate, it can be utilized for artistic pursuits, poetry, and inner exploration. Trust that significant progress is being made within the depths of your psyche, even if it may not be apparent externally. In the afternoon, Venus in Leo forms a perplexing inconjunct aspect with Jupiter in Pisces, prompting reflection on our perceived desires. With Leo Venus, we can captivate others with our charm, generosity, and grand gestures. Yet, the quincunx to Jupiter reveals a sense of something missing. Jupiter in Pisces symbolizes a compassionate, selfless love, a connection that transcends individual boundaries and cannot be easily severed. At this time, we may yearn for a spiritual union that feels unattainable, which can lead to a sense of loneliness. Ultimately, we must acknowledge that love isn't solely about ourselves. Others are not supporting characters in our personal romantic narratives but equal participants in the journey. This transit inspires us to seek connections that surpass our individual needs, challenging our longing for admiration, adoration, and even worship, and redirecting us toward more authentic and fulfilling relationships.